Hello, this is Rachel Cipriano coming to you again from Magnificent Resilience. I wanted to talk today about a concept we hear, kind of a buzzword out in our culture right now called grit. Grit. Now, I had shared that in my background, from the time I was born, I was kind of exposed to a full metal jacket kind of childhood where, because my father had come back from Vietnam rather traumatized, he kind of acted out for me and my brother what had been done to him, kind of more in the boot camp situation. Now, I talked about a lot of the negative effects about that, but I want to talk today about the positive effects. When I was about 17, my father and I, we were not living together at this point, and we'd gone to a restaurant, and there seemed to be a repeat of the pattern with the kind of verbal abuse. And I stopped it. It never occurred again after I was 17 years old because I explained to him that I was almost an adult and I wasn't going to be treated like that anymore. I'm genuinely sorry that really hurt my father very much, and I think he kind of felt humiliated a little bit and shamed, but I had to stick up for myself. And as a result, if I could stick up with my father, I'd been scared of since I was a young child. I think most people are kind of scared of their dads to some extent, but trust me, I was really scared of my dad. If I could stand up to him, I could stand up to anybody. And that's pretty much characterized my life. When I talk about how I've survived a lot of different trials and being the valedictorian of the School of Hard Knocks, trust me, it hasn't been all sugar pies, honey, and sweetness. It required me to be incredibly tough. And what I explain to some of my clients, or I try to explain it to all of my clients, is that invariably you will have haters in life. Invariably you will have people coming against you just because there is a lot of hostility that exists in people, a lot of challenges in life for them, and it kind of spills out onto other people, and at one point or another one of those people is going to be you. Now, what I want you to think about is when you go into the gym, or if you've seen the gym, you know that there's weight equipment there. And the more weight you put on that equipment, the more resistance you're going to create and the stronger you're going to become. So I want you to picture when people are berating you or coming against you or talking about you or whatever the case might be, just picture them as those weights at the gym. And as you lift them up and as you manage them, you are getting stronger and stronger and stronger. I can share that with you and know that's a principle that works because it certainly has worked for me in my life. I used to work in a psychiatric hospital, and this is when I was 23 years old, 24, something like that. I was 5'4" and I weighed 105 pounds, so to have those days back in that regard. But anyway, I was working with ex-convicts and guys, some of whom had lived out on the street. And they shared with me that I could be a very intimidating person. I did not know what they were talking about. Here they were, big guys who looked like they could play for the Bears. And I didn't understand what they meant at that particular time, but now that I'm older, I get it completely. It's that energy, it's that eye of the tiger, it's that toughness and that look in the eye that people who have to survive the way a lot of those guys had, they can sense it in somebody. They can see it a lot more than the average person walking around can. So I want you to think about that. I want you to think about grit. I want you to think about how grit and toughness and chutzpah is a very real and necessary part of being resilient. And I want you to think about those situations and those people who come against you as those weights, as your opportunity to develop more grit and develop those muscles that are a lot bigger than physical muscles. It's the psychological muscles. It's the spiritual muscles to stand up against resistance. Again, Rachel Cipriano with Magnificent Resilience. Please like, share, and subscribe, and have a fantastic day.